When you know what to say to a woman, it can be very powerful. And when you compliment these three things about a woman, you will make her think about you nonstop. These are the top three forbidden compliments that make women drool over you. The first is something that most guys are taught not to do. In fact, men are told from a young age that this is one of the worst things that they could ever do. But if you use it correctly, it can make any girl obsessed with you. The no. One rule for a man in society is never talk about money. Guys are told from a very young age that if they talk about money, they're being a snob or they're a show-off. And if you're trying to attract girls, talking about money is one of the quickest ways to turn them off. This all makes sense because women tend to associate the love of money with negative characteristics like greed, materialism, selfishness, arrogance, and pride. However, there is a time and place for everything, and talking about money can actually be a great thing to bond with a girl over. If you make it clear that you doing well financially and that you capable of taking care of yourself, that shows a level of maturity and responsibility that women find attractive. However, when done right, this can be an incredible way to impress a girl. For example, imagine you're on a date with a girl and she asks you what you do for work. Instead of giving her a generic answer, you can give her a glimpse into your life and tell her about a recent business deal that you made or a new investment that you've made. Her eyes might open up a little bit wider when she realizes that you're doing well financially. You will stand out from all of the other guys that she has been on dates with that have no clue how to talk about money. When done right, talking about money is a great way to impress a girl. It shows that you're successful and it shows that you're confident. Just be careful not to overdo it. You don't want to come across as arrogant or materialistic. Now, the second thing that you need to know is the two words that make a girl want you more. But before we get into that, let's take a quick minute to talk about today's video sponsor. Most men think that to become appealing to women, they must follow the advice of gurus who have never had success with women. They spend countless hours trying to perfect their looks, buy new clothes, grooming products, and using substances that promise to increase their masculinity. But here's the truth. None of these things matter if you can't approach and talk to women. Pathetic. If you want to succeed with women, you need to learn how to talk to them. And that's why I'm so excited to introduce you to my friend Adam, the founder of the Urban Gentleman. Adam is a real charmer. He is the type of guy who can walk into a room full of people and instantly become the center of attention. Women absolutely adore him because he knows how to talk to them, how to make them feel special, and how to keep them interested. And now Adam is offering you the chance to learn his secrets for free. That's right. You can sign up for his free newsletter, The Art of Seduction, and get instant access to his secrets for approaching and talking to women. Don't miss out on this opportunity to finally have the success with women that you've always dreamed of. Sign up for the free newsletter today. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. When it comes to getting girls, most guys play it way too safe. They pick the most basic and boring compliments that they possibly can. For example, telling a girl that she has a nice smile or that she has beautiful eyes is pretty much useless. Not only are these compliments extremely common, but they're also not really that personal. These basic compliments don't really show that you put much thought into them. They're just empty words that you're saying to try to make her feel good. And let's be honest, every other guy out there is doing the same thing. You need to be different. And the way that you're going to do that is by complimenting her on something that nobody else will even think of. I am gonna make this a little bit easier for you and give you a couple of examples. Next time you see a girl, compliment her on her fingernails or maybe her earrings. Something unique like that shows that you paying attention to detail and that you not like every other guy out there. Girls want a guy that stands out from the crowd, not blend in with all the rest. So next time you're trying to impress a girl, Skip the basic compliments and go for something a little more unique. Trust me, she appreciate it. However, there are some phrases that you should absolutely avoid using when talking to girls. In fact, you should never use these three phrases with a girl if you don't want to turn her off immediately. The first phrase that you should never use with a girl is, "You look so cute." Saying this to a girl is basically like calling her a baby. You wouldn't call a grown man cute, would you? So why do you think it's okay to call a woman cute? When you call a girl cute, you essentially saying that she's just like a little baby and that she is not really a real woman. And what woman wants to hear that? You might think that you're paying her a compliment, but trust me, she's going to roll her eyes and think you're an idiot. Calling a girl cute is just plain weird and creepy. And if you don't want her to think of you as a creep, you need to avoid this phrase at all costs. The second phrase that you should never use with a girl is, "I'm not like other guys." Let me ask you something. If you were on a date with a girl and the guy in front of you started telling you how he's not like other guys, what would you think? You do probably think that he was being insincere or that he was just trying to butter you up. And guess what? Your instincts would be right. When a guy says that he's not like other guys, it usually means one of two things. One, he's trying to be nice, or two, he's trying to impress you. Either way, it comes across as insincere and fake. Plus, it just sets him apart from the rest of the guys, which is exactly what you don't want. When you're talking to a girl, you want to come across as genuine and authentic. And that's why you should never say that you're not like other guys. The third phrase that you should never use with a girl is, "Do you have a boyfriend?" There's nothing wrong with asking a girl if she has a boyfriend. In fact, it's often seen as a polite way to find out if she's single and available. However, there is a way to ask the question that will turn her off immediately, and it's by adding the word "have" to the end of the sentence. When you ask a girl if she has a boyfriend, it implies that you want her to be taken. You're essentially saying that you don't want her to be single. And trust me, that's not the type of message that you want to send. If you want to ask a girl if she has a boyfriend, just ask her directly. Don't add the "have" at the end of the sentence. By doing this, you'll come across as less pushy and more respectful, and that's the kind of guy that girls want to be around. And these are the top 3 forbidden compliments that make women drool over you. Stoicism. Now you need to watch the video, "What is the best way to approach any girl and start a conversation?" Or check out this video instead.